In literary criticism, a Bildungsroman, novel of formation, novel of education, or coming-of-age story is a literary genre that focuses on the psychological and moral growth of the protagonist from youth to adulthood, and in which, therefore, character change is extremely important. History. The term was coined in 1819 by philologist Karl Morgenstern in his university lectures, and later famously reprised by Wilhelm Dilly, who legitimized it in 1870 and popularized it in 1905. The genre is further characterized by a number of formal, topical, and thematic features. The term coming-of-age novel is sometimes used interchangeably with Bildungsroman, but its use is usually wider and less technical. The birth of the Bildungsroman is normally dated to the publication Wilhelm Meister's Apprenticeship by Johann Wolfgang Goethe in 1795–96. Although the Bildungsroman arose in Germany, it has had extensive influence first in Europe and later throughout the world. Thomas Carlyle translated Goethe unregistered trademark S novel into English, and after its publication in 1824, many British authors wrote novels inspired by it. In the 20th century, it has spread to Germany, Britain, France, and several other countries around the globe. The genre translates fairly directly into cinematic form, the coming-of-age film. Plot outline: A Bildungsroman relates the growing up or coming of age of a sensitive person who goes in search of answers to life's questions with the expectation that these will result from gaining experience of the world. The genre evolved from folklore tales of a dunce or youngest son going out in the world to seek his fortune. Usually in the beginning of the story there is an emotional loss which makes the protagonist leave on his journey. In a Bildungsroman, the goal is maturity, and the protagonist achieves it gradually and with difficulty. The genre often features a main conflict between the main character and society. Typically, the values of society are gradually accepted by the protagonist and he/she is ultimately accepted into society. The protagonist's mistakes and disappointments are over. In some works, the protagonist is able to reach out and help others after having achieved maturity. There are many variations and subgenres of Bildungsroman that focus on the growth of an individual. An Entwicklungsroman is a story of general growth rather than self-cultivation. An Erziehungsroman focuses on training and formal schooling, while a Karl-Kortenstiller-roman is about the development of an artist and shows a growth of the self. Examples: precursors: Herr Ibn Yaqdun, by Ibn Tufayl, a precursor of the genre; Parzival, by Wolfram von Eschenbach, early 13th century; Lazarillo de Tormes, 18th century; The History of Tom Jones, a Foundling, by Henry Fielding; Candide, by Voltaire; The Life and Opinions of Tristram Shandy, Gentleman, by Laurence Sterne; Emile, or On Education, by Jean-Jacques Rousseau; Wilhelm Meister's Apprenticeship, by Johann Wolfgang Goethe, 19th century; Jane Eyre, by Charlotte Brontë; Pendennis, by William Makepeace Thackeray; David Copperfield, by Charles Dickens; Green Henry, by Gottfried Keller; Great Expectations, by Charles Dickens; The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, by Mark Twain. What Maisie Knew, by Henry James, 20th century; Martin Eden, by Jack London; The Book of Khalid, by Amin Rani; Sons and Lovers, by D. H. Lawrence; A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, by James Joyce; Demian, The Story of Emile Sinclair's Youth, by Herman Hesse; This Side of Paradise, by F. Scott Fitzgerald; Partha Panchali, by Bibhuti Bandopattai; Black Boy, by Richard Wright; The Catcher in the Rye, by J. D. Salinger; The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, by C. S. Lewis; Goodbye, Columbus, by Philip Roth; A Separate Piece, by John Knowles; To Kill a Mockingbird, by Harper Lee; Dune, by Frank Herbert; The Outsiders, by S. E. Hinton; A Wizard of Earthsea, by Ursula K. Le Guin; Bless Me, Ultima, by Rudolfo Onea; Bright Lights, Big City, by J. McInerney; Ender's Game, by Orson Scott Card; Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit, by Jeanette Winterson; Norwegian Wood, by Haruki Murakami; English Music, by Peter Ackroyd; The Perks of Being a Wallflower, by Stephen Chbosky; Persepolis, by Marjane Satrapi; 21st Century, The Secret Life of Bees, by Sue Monk Kidd; The Kite Runner, by Khaled Hosseini; Never Let Me Go, by Kazuo Ishiguro, Indecision, by Benjamin Kunkel, Black Swan Green, by David Mitchell, Indignation, by Philip Roth. The Interestings, by Meg Wierlitzer. Notes. Citations. See also: Car 1 Court and Stellarwoman. References: Abel, Elizabeth, Marianne Hirsch, and Elizabeth Langland. 1983. The Voyage in, Fictions of Female Development. Hanover, New Hampshire University Press of New England. Bakhtin, Mikhail. Mikhail, 1996. A Euro the Bildungsroman and its Significance in the History of Realism, a Euro in Speech Genres and Other Late Essays. Edited by Carol Emerson and Michael Holquist. Austin, Texas University of Texas Press, 10 Euro 59. Engel, Manfred, Variants of the Romantic Bildungsroman. In Gerald Gillespie, Manfred Engel and Bernard Dietrich, Romantic Prose Fiction. Amsterdam, Philadelphia, John Benjamins, ppA 263 Euro 295. ISBN 978-90-272-3456-8. Iverson, and Nickentowns, Change and Continuity, The Bildungsroman in English. University of Tromsø, Munin. Jeffers, Thomas L. Apprenticeships, The Bildungsroman from Goethe to Santayana. New York, Palgrave. ISBN A1-4039-6607-9. Lynch, Jack. Glossary of Literary and Rhetorical Terms, entry for Bildungsroman, Rutgers University, Summerfield, G. Vanner and Almwood, Lisa. New Perspectives on the European Bildungsroman, Abrams, M. H. Glossary of Literary Terms. Boston, Thomson Woodsworth. ISBN A1-4130-0218-8. Feng, Pin Kaya Kingston A. 1997. The Female Bildungsroman by Toni Morrison and Maxine Hong Kingston, A Postmodern Reading, Modern American Literature, New Approaches. New York, Peter Lang. Chaptok, Martin Michael 2005. Growing Up: Ethnic Nationalism and the Bildungsroman in African American and Jewish American Fiction. University of Iowa Press. Karafailis, Maria. 1998. Crossing the Borders of Genre, Revisions of the Bildungsroman in Sandra C. Sneros's The House on Mango Street and Jamaica Conquetzani John. Journal of the Midwest Modern Language Association. 31, No. 2, 63 Euro 78. Minden, Michael, The German Bildungsroman, Incest and Inheritance. Cambridge, Cambridge University Press. Moretti, Franco. 1987. The Way of the World, The Bildungsroman in European Culture. London, Verso. Nyatetawagwa, Wangari 1. 1996. The Liminal Novel, Studies in the Francophone African Novel as Bildungsroman. New York, Peter Lang Publishing. Otono, Alicia. 2005. Speaking the Past, Child Perspective in the Asian American Bildungsroman, Contributions to Asian American Literary Studies. Lit Verlag. External links, List of literary genres by GCMS Elementary School Library, Genres by Brooklyn College, Literary genre by Perspectives on Theistic Evolution, Undergraduate Digital Humanities project featuring articles and personal narratives.